that's a game that's supposed to be a gimme, but it is not. Not because Joel Embiid didn't do his part. He had 37 and 15. Take a look.
Look, good players have moves. Great players have counter moves. That pump fake is a great counter for his mid-range. And look, he's aggressive and one of the best attacking the rim.
So he did his part. And so did Cade Cunningham, the #1 overall pick. He had 27.
He had 27, and he's really been exploding. You know, in March, he averaged about 23, 6, and 4, something like that. I mean, if he was healthy the entire season, you'd be talking more about him as Rookie of the Year potential. But look, when you make a mistake, they convert easily, the Detroit Pistons.
That mistake was made by James Harden on the other end, and that's really the story of this game. Harden shot 4 of 15 from the floor, 2 of 9 from 3. Pistons get the win, and listen to Doc Rivers after the game.
Well, they didn't struggle. They didn't get a lot of shots, in their defense. I think during that stretch, it was more James, than them. So, it's just a tough night.
Let's be clear. He was asked about the bench struggling, and he said, no, it wasn't the bench. It was mostly James. I'll give you the numbers again. He was 4 of 15, 2 of 9 from 3.
It wasn't just that, though, Janelle. I mean, he said that the bench didn't get a lot of shots.
Right.
So that goes, here's my thing. Doc Rivers is always real with you now. He'll tell you what's on his mind. He told you what was on his mind with Ben Simmons. He's telling you what's on his mind right now with James Harden. If you look at the last 6 games, James Harden has been horrendous down the stretch. And it turns into this, and everybody sits around and they watch the James Harden show.
Almost like Houston ball.
Exactly.
Almost.
And that's not the way they need to play. And it minimizes how Joel Embiid should be on the floor.
Janae, if you're a Sixers fan this morning, as the gentleman named Hembo behind you is, how are we feeling about James Harden right this minute as we head into the playoffs?
I'm not feeling great just because in big matchups, you think that the Sixers after the trade would be winning these games, and this is what's going to be that championship piece. But I actually like what Coach Rivers did. You have to call him out. Because, if you have one issue with James Harden, he's been an MVP. He can get you 20 to 30 any night. It's what he does in the playoffs. And you almost risked it all to get him in the playoffs. Sort of start poking the bear and say this is important, because what we've seen is a season of Joel Embiid almost largely for most of the season be front runner for MVP. Capitalized on that with James Harden.
Here's what I will say, though. Does it feel like it might be setting something up? Because we all know who made that deal. Daryl Morey made that deal. Daryl Morey and James Harden are like this. If this thing goes south, I believe it is the coach and not James Harden who will be the one who's no longer there.
You know the difference between Milwaukee and Philly is? When I look at Giannis last night after he, won the scoring title for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they handed him the ball. My man didn't smile. He didn't cheer. It was like, yo, I got more I want to do. It feels like they're running towards the #1 seed, and if they see Brooklyn, so be it.
As the defending champ running towards the #1 seed.
Exactly. But when I look at Philly, it kind of feeds into that conspiracy theory, and I'm going to play into it. You lose to Detroit last night, Detroit with 6 games left to go in the season. Like, are you just trying to get out of the way of playing the Brooklyn Nets and not get that top seed? I don't know.
Well, I mean, that's an interesting way of looking at it that I will admit I hadn't considered, because the 10 playoff teams in the East are set. How they're going to be aligned is, practically any combination of events could still take place over this last week and change. But Chiney, I will just ask you, as we sort of analyze the big teams in the Eastern Conference, where is Philly?
Philly is right in the middle of the pack. At one point, I thought that this trade would put them over the edge and make them real contenders, because if you look at the top, anyone could have been a top team in the East this year, which shows you the increased parity. But I think that they have to prove to themselves that they want to play. Joel Embiid has done that. He's answered the question. Now, I've always said the big, X factor is going to be the supporting cast, which includes James Harden wanting to play motivated basketball and make teammates better. If he took one lesson from Brooklyn, it's that he can be a capable passer. He can run an offense. I think he has to rely on that Brooklyn basketball, bring that to Philly, make sure he keeps Joel Embiid in that MVP mindset, and bring the best out of his teammates. And I think that's what Doc Rivers was trying to say. Hey, wake up, I'm watching you.
Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Boston, Miami. Is that at least 4 teams that we like better than Philly right now in the East Conference playoffs? Forget where they all wind up seated.
I might throw in Toronto in that exchange to a degree too. I like the way Toronto defends.
And they're playing well as of late. Yeah.
It's like that's where we're at.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.